I've just gotten out of the 11:30 AM showing of The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and I've never read the novel that is written by Suzanne Collins, so going into this one, I've seen the original Hunger Games movies, but it's been a long time so I forgot a lot about them, so this one, I just went in open-minded and took it for what it was. After finishing the movie, I can tell you guys that I enjoyed this movie. There's definitely perks here that I think make this a good entry into the Hunger Games installment, but there's a couple of things I wasn't really a fan of. So let's talk about it in this spoiler-free review. Hey everyone, what's going on? My name's Mike, my channel's called Did You See That? And thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this video. Yeah, as I say, it's going to be spoiler-free. It is going to be hard to talk about without spoilers, I'll be quite frank, but I'll certainly try my best. So this is directed by Francis Lawrence, who did the other Hunger Games movie, except the first one. And this one is basically around Coriolanus Snow, who is a mentor to Lucy Gray, who is in District 12, basically during the events of the 10th Hunger Games. If you want to go in this open-minded, please do not read the synopsis on IMDb or even type it on Google, because it basically tells you the ending of this kind of movie. And don't get me wrong, if you've seen the original Hunger Games movie, you're gonna know what the ending is, but regardless, it's best just to go in open-minded. Do you want access to early videos you won't ever see here onto the channel? Well, click the link down below in the description box today and join my Patreon with memberships only starting from £1 per month. You get so much extra stuff and it costs less than one coffee per day. And I'd also like to give a quick thank you to all my awesome patrons who help to really support the channel and who are also reaping all these benefits, so join them today. Just more of a forewarning for you guys is, although this is like a 12A here in the UK, there is a couple of scenes where you actually see a couple of people get hung, and I was like, wow, in a 12? Like, that's shown? So just a bit of a kind of a distress warning for you guys. So I've seen the trailer for this a couple of times, and after finishing the movie, I'm just going to go into some positives straight away. I think the cast overall are good here. I think everyone does a good job. There's not one bad performance. Personally, the standout for me was probably Viola Davis. In her role, I think that she was probably the best for the screen time that she was given. At least every time she was on screen, I was kind of fixed to the character and wondering, okay, well, like, what's she going to do next? I think Tom Blyth, who plays Coriolanus Snow, I think does a good job. I also think Rachel Zegler does a good job as Lucy Gray, basically our main two leads here. I think the music is also done pretty good. Yeah, I like the music. I think the accompanying score soundtrack works well for what the film is going for. I think Rachel Zegler, as she demonstrated in kind of like West Side Story, has a really powerful voice. They definitely utilize that here. Maybe a song too many, but I think for most part, she does a pretty good job. And overall, my favourite scene in here, because this is separated in 3 parts as well, by the way, guys, throughout the movie. It's got like part 1, part 2, then part 3. Of course, kind of signaling maybe the 3-act structure. I would say the part 2 is definitely the best element here. The one and the most part where I was kind of fixed, I was kind of transpiring as to like what was going on, and kind of that transpiring taking me into this world of the Hunger Games, and really enjoyed that element the most. The final positive is probably the cinematography. I think, you know, it looks great. It looks like a dystopian world. It really fits the feel and the vibe, and you get that essence of being like, right, this is purely a world of survival, you know, kind of survival of the fittest, or everyone's out for themselves, and of course you are going to be the one who is going to do whatever you can to survive. Now, if I'm going to go into the negatives after I've just kind of talked about the positives, I will say that there is some pacing issues. Unfortunately, the first act, you know, kind of had me curious, and I was wondering, okay, well, where is this going to lead to, with, of course, the Hunger Games? Then we get the Hunger Games in kind of the second act, and then the third act is something kind of completely different, which, again, I can't talk about for spoilers. And I just feel as if there's times where there's a Hunger Games part, great, really, really love that element. But then there's times where there's a lot of dialogue-heavy moments, and it just feels as if the pacing's being dragged down, and then they're trying to get that back up and give you maybe like another kind of something exciting going on, or like another action set sequence scene, or maybe some consequences you're wondering where that's going to lead to, which is great, but there's too much heavy dialogue scenes. But I can understand if this is maybe like going to be a first of a couple of movies. I'm assuming it may be at this point. And if it is, then I can understand why they've given a lot of dialogue scenes. But I just feel as if there's maybe a bit one too many. That there was maybe one or two moments where I really felt that this was too cheesy. And I think that is with Tom Blyth and Rachel Zegler's character. Of course, you've probably seen the trailer, so you may know how that might end up playing out. And that's not without any spoilers, but you can kind of tell from like the first moment that they meet each other. And there was just too many kind of cheesy moments. I didn't feel for the characters. I didn't feel like there's maybe budding romance that could transpire, or that was maybe hinted at or alluded to earlier. I just felt it wasn't really needed, and it didn't really, invigorate me or, really capture my attention, being like, oh, I really want to see this couple, fall in love and get together. I was just like, nah, move on to something else. So my overall score for The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is a 3 out of 5. So have you seen this latest entry? Are you going to check it out, or is it not for you? Well, let me know down below in the comment section so we can continue discussion down there. If you've enjoyed this review, certainly give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button down below. And until next time, I'll see you guys. I'll be seeing you later.